Welcome to another FARMserver training video. Today we're going to show you how to create management zones using the multi-layer tool. What would you like to do today? Create management zones. Once you're in the management zone section, you'll see all the management zones that you've created in the past. If you have not created zones in the past, this section will be blank. On the left hand side of the screen there's a Create Zones button. The next screen you come to will be a list of active fields for the current year. You can select as many fields as you want to create zones with at a time. For this example, we're going to select one field. And then hit the Continue button. Now we need to answer a few questions. How would you like to create your zones? With a multi-layer. How many zones would you like to create? We will say 5. Now we need to give this layer a display name. As a default, it's current year, how you created the zones, multi-layer, and how many zones you created, which is 5. We're going to rename this multi-layer planting and hit continue. FARMserver is now loading in all the different pieces of data that is associated with this field. You can see I have yield data, soil type data, elevation data, and crop health imagery. The multi-layer tool allows you to pick up to 5 layers to look at to create the best zones for your field. I'm going to pick 2014 corn, 2016 corn, soil types, an elevation map, and then a late season imagery from crop health imagery. These are all the 5 layers that I selected. You can deselect them using the X here. Once you're happy with your selections, you can hit the continue button. The next screen allows you to individually weight each of these different layers of data. So for 2014 corn, we can move that down to 76. 2016 corn, we'll move it down to 77. Soil types, we'll move it to 21. Elevation data, we'll do 80%, and then crop health imagery, the late season crop health imagery, we'll leave at 33. Now we hit the Preview Zones button. FARMserver takes all the data from the 5 different layers that you selected and creates the best zones for them. That's what we can see here on the map, ranging from a high down to a low. Now, if you want to try this again with different settings, you can just slide these sliders again. Let's take 16 down, bring soil types up to about 80%. Let's take elevation down, and let's bring crop health imagery all the way back up. These are drastically different settings, and now we can hit preview again. FARMserver then looked at the data again with the adjustments that you made and then created these new zones. Again, you can see some similarities and some changes in the field. The reason that we have this tool in here is so you can adjust all of these different layers to come up with the best zones for each of your fields for each application. So let's go ahead and do this one more time. Hit preview. Again, FARMserver looked at the data and created different zones again. Now we can click back through the history and see how these different zones look and make sure that we have the best zones. Once you feel comfortable with the zones you created, you can hit the Continue to Review button. This will take you to the editing section where you can split zones, merge zones, edit labels, and add a pivot. There's a whole nother video on editing management zones. You can check that out in the videos section. Once you're happy with these zones, you can hit Save New Zones. These zones show up in the grid, just like the rest of your zones. For more information, check out the videos section at FARMserver.com. Or if you have questions you cannot get answered in the videos, email us at support@farmserver.com. Thank you.